15 years. Why are you having a go at it?
Because I don't pretend to drink. That's what he's doing.
Why don't you go off and just start on the straw and back and just grabbed another and kept
I tell you what, he's a third of a pot screamer. This is him later in the day at a rally. Check him out.
Are we going to take Tony Abbott on and expose his cut?
I love you, and I love you. I'm going to lend you my golf club.
He was found asleep with a kebab in his mouth. You know what? It takes me back, though, to Bob Hawke. Bob Hawke was a champion drinker. He actually gave up while he was Prime Minister, but he was a champion drinker at uni, but he's actually taken up drinking again. This is last year. This is Bob. He's 83. Skull Income. Bob Hawke, 83 years old. Come on, Bob. Can he beat them? Can he beat those hardened seasoned drinkers? Can he do it? He did it! That's how you do it. He got re-elected 5 times.
Because he actually I don't know if he still does, but he used to actually hold the world record for the fastest.
Yeah, the yard glass.
Yeah.
And the secret of his success, he wears a nappy under the tracksuit. That's not true. That's probably defamatory. It may be true. Look it up. Moving on. I think I've broken Dave. Now we have awesome project viewers joining us all week, and tonight, thanks to Robin, Terry, and Bob at Brisbane's 97.3 FM tonight, we have Lee Crockford. Great to have you here, and there's so much we want to know about you. You've got a great story. First off, you do not-for-profit work for Men's Health. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. I work with on a project, can't really say it on this time slot, but soften the FCK up. And basically,
you figured it out already.
Basically, we just want to make it easier for young men to be able to take positive action than to take their own lives.
Show their emotions, basically, yeah?
Pretty much. Well, suicide's the biggest killer of blokes in Australia between the ages of 14 and 44, which I just think is ridiculous.
You've got a cool campaign coming up too.
Yeah, absolutely. On September 17th, we're challenging people to go 24 hours without talking. So if people want to register and sign up on the website.
Charlie, no, I was going to know. Charlie would have no heart.
I reckon I could do it with a whiteboard here just to write on bits of abuse and hold it up a day. I think that'd work fine.
You had another cool job in your past when you lived in England. You were a chauffeur for Daryl Hannah, the Hollywood actress. There you are. Did she ever try to cougar it up with you or not?
No, I was working for an electric car company at the time, and for this event she wanted to be taken then in an electric car as opposed to, Porsche or Bentley. But the funny thing was, though, there was only 2 seats in the car, so there was myself, her, plus her 2 friends who were in black tie attire. So we rocked up at this £1,000 a head event, popped the boot of this bright orange or yellow car, and out come out.
Like you're going to the drive-in.
Well, we're going to have more of a chat throughout the show, but thanks very much for joining us. Great pleasure. Thank you. And to our next segment now, this week we're exploring the big policy differences between the parties without the distraction of any politicians. And tonight we find out whose policies stack up on climate change.
How we're going to save the planet is going to be a big issue for Kevin and Tony when they seek our vote on Saturday the 7th. And the leaked climate change document, tipping the planet to heat up by 5 degrees and sea levels to rise by 80 centimetres, probably means we should give it some thought. Payride is going to kill Julia's fixed-price carbon tax and is now running with an emissions trading scheme that allows companies to trade carbon credits at market price in the hope that the big polluters will slow down killing the atmosphere.
Kevin's admitted that the budget's going to take a big hit of about $4 billion, but he's looking to save the money elsewhere.
Tony's plan is called Direct Action Policy, where he will pay industries to pollute less out of a big fund. Plus, he's going to go nuts with a 1 million solar panel roof program and plant stacks of trees. It's estimated to cost between $4 to $15 billion by 2020.
The major problem with that is it's really expensive, but we don't know how much money is going to be given out because it's up to the polluters to decide how much they want to bid for in this fund, and we don't know what the penalties are for this.
And even the coalition seem lost the detail.
I'm not across all those issues, Pete, I'm sorry.
Both parties want to reduce carbon emissions by 5%, but which policy is going to get us there?
Editor of Climate Spectator Tristan Edis is all over everything climate change. Tristan, the politicians are out of the way. We're asking you, which party has got a better policy?
Look, I'd say the Labor Party has the better policy. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it can be easily fixed. The problem with the coalition policy is they don't have anywhere near enough money budgeted. They need at least another to get close to the emissions reduction target they've set.
Now, we wouldn't be doing any of this if we weren't trying to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That's what we're all trying to do. Will either of these policies act?
Yeah, that's good.
The Gulf states, notably Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, which
well known in Australia for his defence of terrorist David Hicks.
Right now, you've got families still going through, still waiting for sentencing to happen, still going through the inquest process, and that their main concern is stopping the system from failing another Victorian family.
It was the angry reactions of people like Noel Dixon and Tom Maher that made the Victorian government finally take notice and order an investigation into the failings.
Hello, that's the end of our video.